we're late. We are late because me and Marcus were reminiscing about woodshop class.
Yeah, and now I'm all angry again. This is Marcus from the 11th or 10th grade. I can't remember which actual year, but what the actual fuck? I am angry about woodshop. And I may have told this story on this show or YouTube or whatever again, but let me tell you why I'm angry. Because you have to pay for your own wood. I paid for this wood, convinced my parents to pay for this wood, and all we had to do was create a jewelry box for the semester. I made most of my jewelry box, Manny. I made it. Or just a box. It wasn't for jewelry, but it looks like a jewelry box. You can keep your weed in there too if you want. But I made it. It was almost beautiful, but every time it would get halfway done, Manny, someone would either steal my box or steal the wood, and I have to start over again. And then finally, it got to the end of the semester where I have to rush and panic, and I just put together a shitty looking box, and the teacher gives me a B because, yeah, I understand the situation, Marcus. Your wood kept getting stolen from other students. Your box got stolen from another class probably, and no one knows who did it. But at the end of the class, I get to see everybody walking around with their sweet-looking boxes that's custom-made for them, that's painted, sand off, it's smooth, and I'm going like, one of you motherfuckers have my box. And it's multiple people with these same boxes, and I know one of them have it, and I have no clue. I have no evidence of who stole it, why.
Wait.
I just wanted to kill him. And I have this shitty box that's covered in glue that barely looks like it's together that I just smashed the day that class ended. I don't think anybody ever saw
elaborate. You made nothing elaborate in that class.
No, it was just this nice little jewelry box.
I essentially made
all you did
Optimus
was
Prime. I made Optimus Prime.
What?
Just a truck. I called it Optimus Prime. There was no way I was going to make that transform. But
Manny, I was about to say, what are you doing podcasting if you made a wood transformer Optimus Prime? What are you doing? You should be doing that now and selling those shits.
So the idea was to make a toy that you could mass produce. The wood I chose ended up being far too expensive. It was thick. It was like the wood that was like 3 layers.
Yeah.
And then it basically was kind of a storage box, essentially. So the back bit of the truck was, you pull it out and then you could store your Matchbox cars in it.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. Cool. It was like a little yeah, that thing weighed a ton.
Yeah, but
nothing got stolen. Cool. Nothing got stolen.
Well, man, you didn't go to Banning. Yeah, you didn't go to school. You didn't go to the home school of Yokozuna. By the way, they used to say, who's the most famous person in your school? I didn't realize Yokozuna was the most famous person in my school. He cool. Legit is the most famous, but they don't acknowledge him. They acknowledge Michael Chambers for breaking. With the broom. Very popular movie. Nice set with the broom. But nah, Yokozuna was the WWF champion. I think I have other annoying family members too as well, but Yokozuna is probably the most famous one.
And then the last thing, I remember I thought my DT teacher, the design and technology teacher, was like a fucking insane. Because on the chalkboard, he'd draw like these 3D diagrams of like what you need to do for the joint and stuff, and what you need to do. I've never felt more cheated in my life when I went to the board and I've seen already pre-prepared lines on the board for him to draw. I was like, I've been lied to.
You're lied to. You're a hack. Let me tell you that. See, this is more disrespect. I hate school so much. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I hate the process. I hate it going. I went every day. I had great attendance, but I hate school so much. And I know this is a wrestling podcast and it's just ranting about my anger, but I gotta get it out. I haven't been asleep since the last time you saw me anyway. High school, we had no good classes, but finally, as a man, and you can see it illustrated throughout the history of the sharpshooters if you can go back to the website of me going to ITT Tech, where I paid a bunch of money and did some 3D modeling in my class. I ended up getting fucked over by the school, by ITT Tech, because they put me in animation too. Before they even gave me 3D modeling, and everybody else knew what the fuck they were doing. I'm over here faking this shit. I'm just looking at someone else, and like they were like, "What's your project?" Well, I don't know. I can't do 3D. Let's figure this shit out. And so I faked it, and it looked like I did 3D.
Kane, this is me and Marcus, but almost like 5 beers deep and talking about problems from our youth.
This is the psychological damage school has done to me over the years. And you can see why I hate school. Because they fucked me, they fucked me, they fucked me, they fucked me time again. It doesn't matter how old I was or what grade I in. School found a way to fuck me. Anyway, how you guys doing today?
I wasted money going to university too.
Yeah.
I've got a biomedical degree. I've got biomedical science degree. Do I use it? No. Have I ever even thought of using it? I was a manager of Marks and Spencers. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Well then, fuck them. And now I work in HR for a local government.
Well, I used my degree for like a week and then I got fired on Christmas Eve.
Oh, God damn.
For something I had no control over. It was beautiful.
Were you working for Vince McMahon for any chance?
Yeah. No, but I hate that man. I hate the person that fired me to this day because I never want to punch somebody more in my life. But I was hoping they would call me back to bring me back because I needed a job. But fuck. God damn it. I'm in the casino industry now and I'm much happier but miserable at the same time.
Martin said he used to play up at his school. I was being DX things.
Those are the days when wrestling was hot and I was in high school. Those were good times because there was all these wrestling discussions and it was like, oh, you can see it building up.
I got my first concussion at school playing wrestling on the grass.
I'm sure I got my first concussion wrestling fighting Eric and Ryan, but concussions for what? What were concussions really?
I really wish I did the full Shawn Michaels fall because he proper clipped me at the back of my head with like a spinning kick. I just went down.
I liked in high school that, you know, the Stone Cold Stunner was hot. Everybody would do it. But when I had my weight training class, it was just weightlifting and stuff. In the weight room, we're all having wrestling matches in there. It was a battle royal in there. And we're just falling on shit. People could have died. It is so unsafe to do that. It was so unsafe.
You want more unsafe? I remember. Guys, we don't have much to talk about today.
Yeah. So just bear with us.
Enjoy this. So, do you remember Gladiators? They used to do that thing where,
oh yeah.
They used to do that thing where there was a lineup of them, so you had to get to the end of it. It was like a tube.
Yeah.
The end of it.
And you got to power through it. They had their little pads.
Yeah.
So
the London Underground is basically the same thing. So the first stop we were at East Finchley, no one would ever get on the front carriage when we finished school. So for one stop, it was the most brutal game of get to the other side of the carriage. People are getting shoved up to the glass, like pushed on seats. There's thing on the chairs. There's the armrests. There's the armrest. If you get shoved, I got nailed in the hip on that thing the first time, and it's not soft like these ones. I've got padding on it. No, it's hard plastic. But my hip.
You're probably a 14-year-old kid that needs a hip replacement. Yeah, hip like Mick Foley.
There's gonna be a point in my 60s where I'm like, my hip's pretty bad. I don't recall ever doing anything that. Oh yeah, I played Gladiators on a train.
Well, I guess we can jump into the good thing. Happy weekend, everybody. Happy Easter to everybody out there.
Easter, you dick. It's Easter.
It says Easter. I know what it means, but happy Easter to you both of you. We're two big guys. We're pleasantly plump. I'm happy that somebody's happy that I'm eating.
I destroyed some chicken wings on yesterday's watch along. I just straight plowed him. I didn't even talk about it. I was still talking.
No. You munched through it. I decided to go cold turkey and not eat. Yeah, I am still in Eric's gimmick. I am hating. He's not here. He's off watching Maroon 5 or something in Vegas or something.
No, that was the gift he gave to Shantae, and she gave it to him.
She gave it to him.
And she re-gifted it to him.
It's something weird. She gave it to him.
No, I recall him buying it for her.
No, he bought the Jonas Brothers for her.
Oh, it was the Jonas Brothers. I remember that.
And then she flipped it back and got him Maroon 5. And apparently Eric was like, Al Levine scandal? What scandal? He was like, oh shit, I don't know anything about this.
If you played me.
And he was like, oh.
If you played me either the Jonas Brothers or Maroon 5, I can tell the difference.
Oh, I can tell. Al Levine can move like Jagger, but he texts like shit. That's pretty much it.
Can we start with that the AEW stuff just to get out of the way?
Yeah, let's go on since we started the show on a rampage, let's go through a rampage through this. And Manny, I'm gonna put my belt on the line for you. We're gonna put belts on the line because they did all that shit too.
Let me get mine.
Oh, you're legit getting the belt? Well, Manny, I don't have a belt. There's only belt on the belts. Hold on 1 second. And so I'm gonna give you full screen while I grab a belt. I'll be back.
So I'm now full screen. Let me just take off this graphic. AEW was a very strange situation yesterday. Like, it was live. They made us want to care. They made us seriously want to care because it was live. So both shows, AEW Rampage and AEW Battle of the Belt. And I left thinking I wasted, I wouldn't say 40 minutes of my time. This is still not of a child.
It might be a child's belt. It didn't fit me. This is my X-Men belt for when I dressed up as Beast for the company party. Where I didn't win. I didn't win the contest, and everybody said it, but they didn't put my number next to my picture, and they couldn't vote for me, and it's a sham. It's a sham. Sorry. Been screwed over by the world too much these past few days.
Martin, make sure you register your interest now before all those tickets start going on sale, and maybe get involved in the pre-sale.
Pre-sale's pretty good. They sold 25, or they got 25,000 people to sign up in the pre-sale, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
sounds
I'm
good. I don't know if that's. I don't know if that means they're gonna sell 25, or it just means people signed up. I'm not a genius on this, but it sounds good.
London, if there's fans in Europe, it's easy to get to because of like Eurostar and stuff, where it's an underground tunnel train tunnel going underneath the water into England. So like there's that. So it is quite easy. So like if more European fans turn up, I think that's another big sell. So let's start with Rampage. It was Hook versus Ethan Page for the FTW title under FTW rules.
Which means it's a regular AEW match because you can do whatever the fuck you want in these matches.
Well, it was also Falls Count Anywhere, and then I learned that there was a different Falls Count Anywhere yesterday.
WrestleMania 10 Falls Count Anywhere is not legit, and it's not sanctioned by the wrestling commission. Don't know how that one got through.
And then Hook taps out Ethan Page and then puts him through a table after the match.
History was made in this match, Manny. Hook attempted his first pin ever, apparently.
It's so dumb. We get the QTV segment where they want the ROH tag team titles. And then they make a joke at the expense of Dante Martin with a broken leg joke.
Yeah. Go break a leg, guys. Like Dante Martin. Why QT? Why is he on TV? And why does he have Deborah's daughter in this show? She's literally playing Deborah McMichael.
You know that's what's his name? Zion Quinn's girlfriend or fiance or whatever. Yeah.
Good for you.
We get Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ang and the Acclaimed versus some dudes. The Acclaimed got the win, and then the JAS turn on him for no reason.
Yeah, I thought this was settled on Dynamite. They didn't want to join, but they somehow teamed together to only get attacked. And I'm like, man, remember when the Acclaim was starting to feel special?
Yeah.
It just took
the titles off them.
They took the titles off of them and they threw them on Rampage. Don't know why. I really don't. I don't know what happened. They seem hot. It was like it would be like the WWE in their prime saying, you know what, New Age Outlaws, we're gonna take away all your TV time, but the people love us. Nah, get out of here. Fuck off, Billy.
Then we go to Swerve, who has started a merger, and he tells us about it later. So we move into the match: Lee Moriarty versus Darby Allin. We learned that Darby Allin apparently got run over by a car or hit by a car yesterday on Thursday in New York City. He still was able to put on a good match.
Yeah, you know, how shitty are you and Lee Moriarty? Darby Allin was just hit by a car, comes out have a match, and you lose to him. How shitty of a wrestler are you? Imagine if in UFC tonight, where let's see if I say names right, Adesanya and Pereira, who are fighting tonight, and Pereira was hit by a car and it still beats Adesanya tonight. Imagine some shit like that. Like, oh, you're not that good, are you? No, I'm not.
And then Swerve distracts Darby, who's coming up on the ramp, where he's then taken out by Brian Cage, and the merger is with the Embassy. Why?
Ooh. And you know why I'm going ooh? Because Darby's whooped his ass already. Darby's already whooped Brian Cage's ass. So I guess we're revisiting that. Darby has a side quest, unlike the other quote unquote pillars. Like, I guess he gets a side quest. The rest of them just exist, and they get to watch other people. Darby gets not only have a shitty match on Rampage, not whatever. It wasn't that bad. I'm just saying shitty, but because it's on Rampage, and the rest of them get to be on Dynamite and no side quests. Darby always goes the harder route. Darby is you going through in that train, man, every day.
You know, the flashbacks in my memory also have NFL music. We go backstage. It's Taya Valkyrie and Jade Cargill continuing to argue with a mediator about this move. When Taya says that move has been used for decades by legends and herself for years, Jade has been in the business not long enough to have a cup of coffee and doesn't have any right to claim any ownership. Show some respect.
Yeah, let me jump in on this one, Taya. Everybody has used this move already, but they weren't smart enough to get that patent on that bitch. Jade Cargill got the patent. I sue your ass. You do that shit, I sue your ass. I don't care how Luetta Loca you think you really are. I sue your ass so fast, and I'll take your husband's name too. So no more Johnny Elite.
Yeah, Jade retorts that it's her belt and her show, and then walks off.
Yeah, it was literally like a 3-minute segment.
Yeah,
maybe 5, something like that. Maybe a stretch 5.
and then we get this main event, and I like that they've stopped arguing across Mark Henry and just shown a video package.
No, they've given up. They've given up. That's what that was. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't the way they used to do it. Maybe I haven't been paying attention. But no, they did a video package from Bobo because they don't trust either one with a live microphone. And what could they have really said? It was Anna Jay versus, what you call him? Eric's girl. Julia Hart.
Let me get the basis of this. This match was set up because Anna Jay touched Julia Hart's hat.
Yes.
Julia Hart's mad because of it. You don't touch my hat.
This is the second feud over a hat that I've seen in this. This is Swagger hat one. Or Hager.
Yeah, and then Anna Jay in her video package said Julia Hart can't touch her because she's got a big ass and a bad attitude.
Ooh.
I've seen more big asses in wrestling already this week.
Yeah. I've seen bigger assholes in wrestling, and most of them are Vince McMahon.
And I watched Yokozuna yesterday.
Hey, who's the bigger ass in wrestling you see this week, Yokozuna or Vince McMahon?
technically, Vince McMahon was being himself. He wasn't being an arsehole. He was being himself.
I was being myself. That's like asking an asshole to not be an asshole.
And this match was awful.
Yeah, this match was horrible. This match was horrible. It was ass. It was ass. But the line of I have the biggest ass and whatever she said, I was like, that sounds like something someone said on Blind Date when they do the intro video. I have a big ass and I kick some ass or whatever she said. I was like, oh, that's so bad, and it equal to the match. And that was Rampage. That was time to battle at the Belt 6.
Yeah, and then it looked like Julia Hart was about to pick a fight with the Best Friends, and she was waiting for them as they were coming down the ramp. I was like,
"Oh yes, yes!" I forgot about that. That was funny to me. And yes, I want to see Julia Hart versus Orange Cassidy. I didn't want to see no fighter fuck. I don't know.
And then we got Orange Cassidy going up against Dralistico, which I've never fucking heard of this guy. Apparently he's related to Rouge.
Another guy who's barely on the show.
I don't think he's barely. This is the first time he's ever been on the show, I believe.
I've seen him. He's been on there a few times. He's been on Dynamite like once or twice. And I think he turned on somebody. Did he attack Dragon Lee?
No,
did he attack Dragon Lee on the night?
No, I have a feeling you're thinking of Serpentico or one of the other masked men.
No, not Jessica. I'm talking about Rouge.
I don't know.
I'm talking about Rouge. He attacked somebody. I don't know. They show up once every now and then. I just know he exists.
This match wasn't that bad.
No, it's not. It wouldn't be bad. It's just something I didn't want to see. I don't understand the international title. And a guy who I barely know and seen a little bit of, but not in AEW at all, I don't think. And then there was Orange Cassidy, who will give you a solid match. It's not, but moving on to Buddy. And then Spoiler alert.
We got Billy Starks versus Jade Cargill for the TBS title.
Is she related to Ricky Starks or Tony Starks? Or John Starks?
This match was she clearly from the House of Stark, but I don't know who the hell she is.
Does she know Bram Stark, the man that the last person to sit on the Iron Throne,
the laziest man on the Iron Throne?
Yeah, he never got up.
He never got up. He just had visions.
Fuck you and your 3 iron waving. I wish I could poke one of your eyes. Can I get who had the screwdriver this week with the iron? Brian Danielson. Can we get one of those 3 iron waving?
Fuck your third.
Yes, fuck your third eye. Fuck you.
In the books of that, his story quest was actually the more interesting out of everyone else's. Yeah. But I was just like, I don't want to read this. And at one point, I felt like I read the same chapter about 3 times in different books.
3 iron. And by the way, I know it's a slim chance. In fact, I think it's a 0.00001%. George R.R. Martin is actually listening to the show. Finish your fucking book. Just put whatever shit. I know the secret. I know what you did. You sampled your ending with the TV show, and you saw all the backlash, and now you don't know how to fucking end it. You know it. You know that was the right ending. You have nothing to be upset about. This is the way you wanted to end it. They set it up for you. They did everything the way you wanted, and now you don't know what the fuck to do. Because you're like, they hated that? That's my theory. You're never going to get this last book. He's like, if I die, then people will make their own ending.
Needless to say, the main event was Powerhouse Hobbs and QT Marshall versus the Lucha Brothers for the ROH tag team titles. This was terrible.
Yeah. Oh my God, Manny. What could have happened in this? Well, who could have won this match?
Oh, really? I don't think a title. I think outside of Cody winning, Cody losing the TNT title on Battle of the Belt, no one else in 6 iterations of this has ever lost.
Yeah. I saw in the comments that Someone put Battle of the Retained Titles or something.
Yeah.
It's
It's like when you watch Clash of the Champions or Clash of Champions, and then also when they also do the Clash of the Champions.
Yeah.
And
when are they gonna stop? Who are we numbering these things?
Yeah.
They come out at random moments. I don't know. Why don't they just say they got an extended episode of Rampage live? I don't think it's going to do them any justice. They gave nobody nothing. None of the stars you want to see. There's no Bryan Danielson, John Moxley, no Jericho, no Kenny Omega, the Bucks, or whoever. No stars on this. This man's will be in AEW Dark. It's nothing.
What's AEW Dark?
It wasn't even good enough to be dark. This is AEW shit.
I thought that now that ROH has their own show on the Honor Club, we weren't gonna see the ROH titles appear and be defended on these AEW shows. But no, yeah. I've been lied to again.
Yeah. I would also add that this show wasn't even good enough to be on YouTube. It's not even good enough to be on Pornhub at this point. It's a fucking waste of time.
Hey, Pornhub's classier than YouTube.
Dude.
Pornhub don't come up to me. Pornhub don't come up to me like, oh, you got copyright strike on here. Oh, you played the Arsman music. You can't. We have to take out half of your video, or you can't show your video in Russia or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Marcus doesn't know about that because I deal with all that stuff.
You deal with that. You deal with the FBI, Manny. I know. Don't bleed the police to my house because you playing that music. Oh. At least they have Pornhub. They have to create their own content, and they have people legit like we could just anybody on YouTube can put out a video of someone else's video, and all of a sudden we get subscribers. We do the hard work here and get no credit. It's all these shorts from random other videos from other people's work. It makes me sick.
Hey, there's one video we did work on. No, 3. The ones I made of us the ones I made of us reacting to things, they did all right. The ones we do with Jamal, the ones I edit for Jamal, those do a minimum. Most of them do about 90 to 100. And then the other one that we specifically made was your concept, and then my just making it very quickly with Julia Hart. No, it was Beyonce dressed up as the Undertaker.
Oh,
Teddy Long. Teddy Long. Wanting a tag,
well.
Man.
The Nasty Boys one did well too. We have some out there. By the way, there's still no release date for AEW Fight Forever. I think that's what this is about. Has there ever been a game that has been hyped up for about 4 or 5 years? It's just like that.
So, the first setback was obviously the rating for it. They wanted it teen for teen, and they had that pushed it back. And now, what's that company? The GWC or something?
THQ? Jukes?
No, the wrestling company. The guy that slices people with pizza. GCW?
Game Changer Wrestling.
Yeah,
in the gym today when I was playing basketball, I saw a lady wearing a GCW shirt, and I was like, she might be a wrestler because she was pretty yoked. And I was like, I have no idea who you are. And I looked at her and I was like, fuck, I bet you're someone I could probably get a picture with or do something, man.
Yeah, and then GCW are now holding up the release date because they claim that they own the name to Fight Forever. Because it was the name of the show a show they did in 2021.
Damn. This game's gonna come out. It's gonna be so out of date. They already have
Cody in the
game. Yeah. Like, it's gonna be so fucking out of date. Like, they should be planning an update patch already for wrestlers they added. Like, let's say if Drew McIntyre show up, it's gonna be like, oh, he's not in the game. Or
they're dumb. They should have just called this first one AEW Dynamite and just release it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how long this. So it was allegedly supposed to be released at Christmas last year. Then people were starting talking about February. Now probably not looking to it till about maybe August.
So it's been 4 years. Like when this company started, the first thing they announced was AEW Games, or when Dynamite I guess first came out, they announced AEW Games, and it was like cool, but it's just been going on forever.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was your AEW talk for the week. Let's talk about some Smackdown. I don't know why I had to do that. I'm taking off my belt. I'm taking the belt off.
My shoulder actually hurts from doing things like this.
Yeah, it should. It's a lot of weight. If I was a parent, I think I would hit my kids with the championship titles. What kind of belt you use? Just a leather one. Yo, I don't hit my kids. I use this belt, and I go behind the head and hit them while they not looking. Right in the back of their shoulder.
And I pin them for good measure. I pin them for good measure.
And then I know, and then I say, all right, you're going to be a good kid because you kicked out on 2 on blind attack.
I'm doing the cocky pin with the Jericho when he steps on you and goes,
yeah. Oh. They kick out on 2 and I'm like, oh, and I back up into like the couch. Oh my God. Look at this. Imaginary ref 2? No, not 3.
2.
Gotta count master.
So SmackDown.
Child abuse.
Yesterday's SmackDown marks the last SmackDown where we're gonna have to sit through the 5-minute opening of WrestleMania video package.
Yes.
So hooray for that! And then we kick off. We thought the way they were building this SmackDown, it felt like Triple H was going to open up the show, but he didn't. We got the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium. The match was really good. Sheamus picks up the win with a bro kick on Giovanni Vinci. Solid match.
Yeah. So there was reports that that they're going to put Pete Dunne back as Pete Dunne, no longer Butch and whatnot. I saw no evidence of that in this match whatsoever. He looks like Butch still. He's still behaving like Butch. I don't know what's going to be. I thought maybe they'll lose and then maybe there's some dissension or something, but no development in storyline. They beat Imperial clean, but it was a good match. I enjoyed it.
I think it's coming. I think it's because the Butch thing got over.
Yeah.
Like, Pete Dunne didn't have to be so convincing that it got over.
Yeah. That's how, again, I know Vince is considered a crackpot and crazy, and, him and Laurinaitis and fucking Brother Love, I don't know why I can't remember his actual name, are back there and they're out of touch and shit, but a good wrestler can make some bullshit work. Butch is some bullshit, and Pete Dunne made that shit work.
Yeah.
Or is making it work. He hasn't.
Yeah, and then there's still Pete Dunne elements to him. It's like he's not wrestling any different.
Yeah, it's not like all of a sudden he's Georgie Animal Steel out there biting turnbuckles. He's wrestling like Pete Dunne.
So they're painting this story that Brock attacked Cody because he was still he was mad that his match went on first at WrestleMania against Omos. That's
what Wade Barrett said. And I was like, that's petty. But you know what? I fucks with that.
So
do I believe it? No. I need Brock to give the better explanation of Cody, you fucking ruined it. You ruined it. The way Steve Austin was yelling at Bret Hart, who lost the cage match to Undertaker, I think, and it was like it could have been me and you at the title at WrestleMania 13.
Oh yeah,
and you ruined it. You ruined it. I always wondered, Austin. I don't think it worked that way, but fuck it. Why not? I'm right with you.
So the one way we're going to find out why Brock Lesnar was angry was you got to go to the biggest shit stirrer in WWE, and that's Kayla Braxton.
Yes.
And she's back there with Paul Heyman, and she asked him why did Brock do that to Cody, and then Paul Heyman avoids the question by talking about the Bloodline main eventing both nights at WrestleMania.
Yes. Also, when Eric comes back and do his damn show, we gotta get him to get a boo track for his soundboard, because I wouldn't mind him booing put that track on whenever we go out of line. Treat us like Dominic. Don't let us speak anymore.
No,
or Paul Heyman who walks up. Don't boo me. I'm Paul Heyman. Don't boo my name.
Because one of us is going to turn into the Finn Balor when it happens to each other. Let the man speak.
Let the man speak. Let the man speak.
Jay can't find Jimmy. Paul tells him that the tribal chief wanted Jimmy to watch him defeat Sami on his own. As Jay walks off, Paul Heyman tells Solo, either Jay solves the Sami Zayn problem or you do.
Yeah. Oh, you solve all our problems. No, he said all our problems.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the Solo character? And I don't know how much time we have, but I have all day, whatever. Do you think he is either going to be a monster heel and eventually work with Paul Heyman exclusively? That's kind of what I feel like. And like, he's just like, he'd be a menace to the bloodline. He's the worst thing the bloodline can have. Like, he's going to be a ticking time bomb. He could be the one to actually turn on Roman first.
Well, if what's to be believed is Roman's taking time off, this is the time for the kid to shine.
Yeah.
Because obviously this is pairing him with Paul. So like they already paired him with Sami to give him the kind of rub originally.
Yeah.
In the bloodline stuff. Then they put him with now he's with Paul. He's obviously gonna have to be a big deal on SmackDown if Roman's away. Yeah. And like they're painting him as this kind of killer now. Anyway, like this gun for hire.
Yeah. He's just out there to injure people. He's Zajaba Jr.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was the first thing that popped in my head.
But
I'm thinking of assassins and I'm going Zajaba Jr.
But honestly, I do think Cody's right. The kid, he ain't ready.
Nah.
But with Paul Heyman,
yeah.
With Paul Heyman, he could be hyped up properly and done the right way. And the fact that Roman's not there for a bit, you can put him in a position where he's not going to be main card, but he'd be like decent top mid card, where he could probably challenge Gunther while Roman's still the champion and stuff like that. That's probably the position you put him in. I don't know about Monster Hill, but he's too fresh to this main roster.
He's really too fresh. He's playing the role of Taz, basically.
Yeah.
Just folding your arms and being silent and vicious. But I like the development of everybody in the bloodline. I just feel like they're really legit making stars. And if Paul Heyman comes out and hype Solo up every single week as his killer, as his monster, like he did with Brock Lesnar, more power to him.
So, if you didn't watch the watch along yesterday, there'll be an episode of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show extra tomorrow, where there was 20 minutes of like a further discussion of this, how the Bloodline have made stars out of like the feuds and whoever works with them and stuff like that. So that will come out tomorrow, just as a little bit extra. Because it was like 20 minutes at the end of the watch along.
Yeah, and it was a good discussion. There was no penis jokes or nothing. We just had a legit discussion about how great the Bloodline is. And I think that may be the title of the video instead of what we were going to call it. Marcus and Manny shoots their load all over YouTube because they couldn't shut the fuck up. But now we can call it Michael Jackson can't sing for the world. You know, niggas allowed here. No. One of my favorite scenes ever is that was Beverly Hills Cop, people. When it just goes off. And they just like, oh fuck. That's a scene that will hold up for all time, I think. Because anybody
Beverly Hills Cop is one of the best trilogies I've ever watched. I'm not even lying. And I stand by Beverly Hills Cop.
Stop standing by Beverly Hills Cop 3. I can't.
I, for one, Shantae agrees with me, so that's enough said. Beverly Hills Cop 3 is fine.
Maybe that's what we do for the 700 Beverly Hills Cop. Shouldn't be too hard to find. It's normally everywhere.
3, 1, 2, or 3.
You gonna make one 3?
Nah, either one's good.
All right, for 700, we'll watch Beverly Hills Cop 3, Manny. And then maybe on 800 we're gonna Beverly Hills Cop 2 and 1 or some shit. I don't know. As a cleanser.
No. If we're doing this, we'll have to do it right. We're gonna have to go in order. We'll watch Beverly Hills Cop 1, 700. Movie time with the boys.
I'm down. Movie time with the boys. Go watch Beverly Hills Cop. Which
um,
Bill's Cop to
so
me is
we
perfect
get
movie. I don't know. I can't. There's nothing wrong with that movie. It's just all about Eddie Murphy just being awesome. He's just
Eddie Murphy was his prime in that movie.
yeah.
We get the next match, which is Ricochet versus Ivar. You asked me in the pre-show, at what point did I think Vince McMahon wasn't running SmackDown?
Yeah,
It
he
was
had
the
no
fact
control.
that we both agreed. When I looked at the card, I was like, it was Ricochet. This is Ricochet for you, isn't it? Ricochet picked up the win. And to be honest, I wasn't even paying attention in this match because it's Ivar and I didn't care.
I can't. Ricochet had a nice display solo run. I'm not the biggest fan of the Braun and Ricochet tag team, but it works right now. It's something for Ricochet to do. But I would like for Ricochet to get a good run. I like if he could get a good run at Gunther or something. If he gets moved to Raw, maybe the U.S. title against Theory. Maybe they could do something there. Although I think the feud wouldn't be carried well, but I wouldn't mind seeing Ricochet get some like quality work in, like a good storyline going.
And then we go to the back where Kevin is talking to Sami. Kevin's now looking at his championship titles. He tells Sami him and versus Jay is a big deal tonight. That they can finally put to bed the bloodline business. But Sami tells him something doesn't feel right. He feels he has to talk to Jay, even though he knows what Kevin is saying is right.
Yeah, it's like it's no reaching him. Nah, man, I just there's something there. There's something there. There's a gleam in his eye. And I believe it is. It does look like they're building up Main Event Uso, as they're calling him Main Event Uso again lately.
He came to play this week. He came to play. He was wearing shorts. He had bloodline knee pads. And then we get
Jay
Raquel
versus Roman
Gonzalez.
should be fun again.
Thing is, no, it won't be as good as as we got it in the Thunderdome.
The first two.
The shit talking he did in the first match, and then the fucking Hell in a Cell when Jimmy comes in with his bust up leg. We acknowledge you.
I remember watching the first one, going like, "This is so great." Yeah, the first one was so great. First, the Hell in the Cell I Quit match, where he's just like, just quit, don't do it, don't kill Jimmy, who was injured at the time. It was the best. That's going to be one of my all-time favorite matches, and because of the drama and the shit talking and the match itself. Like,
yeah,
that's probably the best Roman match we're ever going to get. Like, I enjoyed him and Cody at Mania, but it's no Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns. That shit was dramatic.
Yeah, and that's because of the Thunderdome. Because you don't have the fans screaming, you can hear all that stuff. Although, if they had this set up as WrestleMania 10, you could hear everything in the ring.
Yeah. Oh, you can't hear it in the stands.
The WrestleMania 10 acoustics are incredible.
Yeah. Again, Roman is the best random off the mic wrestler talker in the business. I don't even know if this is a stat. It's like a LeBron stat or something where they just make some shit up. Like, what? But no, the off the mic, in the ring, a match, shit talker. Even when he'll be talking about the guy smelling the weed. He's like, that's you, huh? I smell it all over you.
It was the Logan Paul one where he cut his promo, and then as he's walking away, the best promo happened when he's just like full on chatting shit to the camera.
Yeah. He's like, when people call Roman bored, I can see, I guess, maybe, but the man is he's layered. Yeah, he's layered.
I see it because he's gone on so long, but like everyone that's dealt with him has these hidden layers with him. Like later on in the night, when Matt Riddle comes out, I thought he was banished from SmackDown. Oh no, wait, that's just Daniel Bryan. Bryan is banished.
Riddle's banned forever fighting.
Yeah, he just can't fight Roman.
Which, in hindsight, Cody probably wished Matt Riddle came back at that moment. Instead of Brock. Who took that shit personal?
Yeah, Raquel Gonzalez or Rodriguez and Liv Morgan versus Natalya and Shotzi. Liv hits the Oblivion on Shotzi for the win. I'm choking.
Yeah. Okay. As you choke, Manny, I'm going to ask the question. What do you think of the ballsy? What were they called? Fuck. They got a name. They're not the ballsy badasses. They're the ballsy something. Whatever Natty's thing is, posing
Oh, the
or something.
baddies. No, did she call them
Baddies, the ballsy baddies. What do you think of that name?
Do you want me to be sick, Marcus? Shotzi wasn't even in the tank. They were both like sitting like it was a parade on that tank. That made me sick.
Surely Shotzi could get a better partner than Natty. I just feel like there's someone else out there.
Skills!
Ting is gone, Natty. Ting is gone. Ting is gone again, Manny. You know it. You know she's not going to make it. Her or Emma. They're not going to make
Emma's
it.
gone. Emma's gone. Speak of Emma, Madcap and Woods are playing 2K23 in the back. When LA Knight comes in the room, pissed that LA Knight was not missing from WrestleMania, LA Knight also then smashes Woods' PS5 controller.
I'll fuck his shit up if he did that to me. Those are $6 controllers.
Why are controllers so expensive these days?
I don't know. Back in my day, you could get like a cheap ass controller that was knockoff. It would be like $20 and you're good. And everybody would have a cheap knockoff one.
Expensive now.
Yeah. Just because what? They're Bluetooth? Is that what the thing is? Give me my wires back. I want to pay for this. It's not like I'm going that far anyway.
What do you make of this feud? It's obviously all of the New Day are currently injured, so like Woods has to do something.
Yeah, I hope it leads to something for LA Knight. That's the main thing. Like, Woods has had his moment. He's won King of the Ring. I like LA Knight to go on a run. I think they're doing King of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. I wouldn't mind seeing LA Knight be the King of the Ring.
They might give it to Ricochet.
They might give it to Shinsuke.
I have a feeling. Or that.
Or
yeah,
Gunther.
It got announced somewhere on this show. Shinsuke Nakamura is coming back.
You know what I want them to do with Shinsuke? I don't want Shinsuke on TV every week. I want Shinsuke to be an attraction. I want people to have to pay to watch him. I want him to treat him like they treated him in the Muda match when he was in Japan, where he was a special appearance and you're going to have a match. Like, if Shinsuke is wrestling, it's like this big happening, and it'd be nice.
I would like a motivated Shinsuke, like not just when it's January and we get it's Wrestle Kingdom Shinsuke, and then that's it, and then he phones it in for the rest of the year. Yeah, I agree with you. I'd like to see a motivated Shinsuke like he was in NXT.
Yeah, because he's in his 40s. I would like to just have Shinsuke show up once every now and then. I would never have a wrestle on SmackDown. You have to pay to see Shinsuke and just be like, fuck, he's putting on bangers. Although I think Shinsuke Walter or Gunther, and I keep throwing Gunther's name out there because I think he's probably my favorite wrestler right now. Because just banger after banger. Like,
shout out to him. He got his triple threat match. 5 stars by Dave Meltzer, which is high praise. But it's high praise. But so he has 5 matches that have been rated by Meltzer that are 5 stars. But I think there's one missing.
Which one?
The Takeover Pete Dunne one is a 5-star match. No,
that wasn't on there. I saw Tyler Bate. I saw the Dragunov. I saw the Triple Threats. I saw Sheamus. Oh shit! Yeah. Yeah, those are good.
One on the Takeover was insane. That needs to be on there.
That needs to be on there. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Triple H comes out and announces that the WWE draft is coming. Not that he's stepping down or leaving like all these stupid dirt sheets were speculated prior to SmackDown.
Oh man, Vince has full control. I gotta go. I gotta leave, and I'm gonna raise my family. I have daughters. And Steph needs me. She can't be a housewife by herself. She has endeavors, and we're gonna do stuff. I'm gonna buy GCW and take over the world. I don't know. But no, the draft is happening, and it's supposed to shake things up again. I just wanted to do a legit draft. I want a legit draft.
Going to Raw. I think the Bloodline are going to Raw.
Ooh. Without Roman or with Roman? Nah, I think Fox owns Roman.
Because
I feel like Fox is paying Roman.
Raw always gets the first pick, and Roman, you'd be stupid not to get Roman at the first pick.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna create the loophole that champions can't be drafted.
No, they said everyone is eligible. They already said that, unless they backtrack.
I think they're gonna backtrack. I think Roman and Charlotte will always be SmackDown because that's where they want their eyes to go. Like if an LA Knight goes to Raw, who cares? Who cares?
I have a feeling Seth and Becky are moving to SmackDown. I think they want to. I think Seth is something fresh that you'd want to see on a Friday night.
Yeah. Shinsuke to Raw?
Yeah, I'd put Shinsuke on Raw. So maybe
he's been a Raw guy. He's always been SmackDown, which is weird because I always thought him and Red go so well together.
Maybe they draft either Roman to Raw or SmackDown, and then then they go, oh, that leaves Raw without a championship. Big Goldie comes back. Big Goldie belt comes back.
I don't want a new belt until Roman is dethroned, Manny. No.
There's gonna be a new belt.
Roman needs both belts until he is the champion. If they want to do make a new belt as big and gold and shiny, that's Theory's belt. He'd be the champion of Raw. Fuck it. You don't take away Roman's 2 belts unless he lose. And then you change it and say we're gonna split these titles. I don't want no nonsense. And then we need to get one solid belt for the tag titles as well.
Yeah. That just seems like so much effort carrying both of those around.
When I was looking at KO, when KO was looking at amazement of his titles and proud, I was thinking in his head, he's going, we need to blow these shits up. We need to change these belts.
We get Rhea coming down. Rhea then comes down to the ring as Triple H introduces her. Like a true heel.
Why is he introducing the heels like he loves them? Like Roman came out a night after screwing Cody out the title in the main event of WrestleMania, and Triple H like, let me acknowledge the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. And then you got this bitch Rhea Ripley. No, I'll just say on her bitch because of a character, not because of a woman or whatever. But this bitch Rhea Ripley has been tormenting Rey Mysterio and corrupted her son, and then defeated Charlotte Flair relatively clean. She didn't cheat, but has been doing some naturally shit, and even cheated in the match, the Judgment Day had right after her interview. They're setting up her and Selena Vega, and I can't wait. Even though Selena ran, got the fuck out of there. I look forward to that match, Selena versus Rhea Ripley in Puerto Rico. It makes the most sense.
Yeah, Rhea said 1st of April will go down in history as a day the WWE landscape changed as she destroyed and dethroned Charlotte Flair. She demands the crowd to rise for the greatest champion in WWE. Roman wasn't there, Rhea. Finn calls it sicko for stooping to splitting his head open to get a W, but claims he's still the real winner because Edge is nowhere to be seen. But old Finn Balor, he's right here.
That's some losing shit that I would do. Where you at, Edge? Where you at? I'm still here.
The mic gets handed to Dominic, and then the loudest boos.
Yes.
Think Roman screwed Cody, but Dom got booed louder than him.
Yeah, so Roman had a hesitation on Raw when they were booing him hot on Raw. Like, fuck you, Roman, and all that, and then booing him. But he was still able to talk. Dominic was having to really stop, yell, and then stop again because there was so much hate in that room. He has instant heat, and it's beautiful. He's the #1 heel on WWE right now. True heel. Because people put the finger up to acknowledge Roman, and they hoo-ha. Everybody boos everything Dominic does because he's a scumbag.
The fans are booing Dom out of the building. He screams that he decided not to show aggression to his dad. The fans yell at Dom that he sucks. He said, you know what sucks is a father who puts his hands on his son. He claims he was pulling his punches against Ray.
At this point, Michael Cole brings out, didn't he get a chain?
They bring up the footage, and then Michael tells us that Bad Bunny isn't a contracted WWE superstar, so he hasn't revealed his medical status. As to Ray.
Yeah.
Priest asked Bad Bunny if he could find it in his heart to forgive him because he has forgiven him for making him do what he's already done.
These fools are ridiculous. And it's now, I know the Bloodline is the best story, but I'm going to say this: Judgment Day might be my favorite faction. They're all got so much better on the mic, like
Marcus,
legit, all of them. Because
I can't have the Judgment Day on Raw ever again. Because I need Michael Cole with the Judgment Day, because it was Rey Mysterio and the Santos versus Dominic and Damian Priest. I wasn't paying attention to the match. All I was doing was listening to Michael Cole. Michael Cole went off on one. Michael Cole full on went off on one. Michael Cole, before the match even started, said, "There's a Spanish word I want to say. It's called Priest. I can't say it on Fox."
I want to know which word. He was like puta or something.
Puta, pendejo.
Yeah. Puta madre. But Michael Cole is right now reaching ghost status with his hate of Dominic and everything else like that.
Yeah, like, they need to be on SmackDown. Draft them to SmackDown, please.
Yeah, I think they're such a hot act right now that they have to move to SmackDown. They have to.
Yeah.
And I hope NXT is a part of this draft as well. Where they be like,
they should. I think this might be the time to anoint Bron Breakker in the draft. Put him in a Raw shirt or whatever. But I think if he stays here, I'll put him with Theory.
Yeah. Oh, can I say Vince McMahon right again? Can I give an achievement for Vince McMahon? He did the right thing, Mike. But yeah, good job with the name change with Bron Breakker. Now you don't have to think about Rick Steiner.
Jesus Christ.
He comes off super homophobic for no reason, no explanation for anybody or why he was yelling at him.
The thing is, he can't even deny it. It's been confirmed by so many other people.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? He was like a barking dog, just going at it. But it's a good thing. So you don't have to use the Steiner name. He's Bron Breakker. No connection to the Steiners anymore.
If he was called Steiner, he'd lose that name the night he got called off the Raw.
He's immediately just known as Bron. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Judgment Day pick up the win, and then we get Sami Zayn versus Jey Uso. But Sami has already he finds Jey Uso in the back and speaks to him. He reminds him that there's a way out for him. He said everything he said before has already happened. He's taken those tag team titles. If he has to beat it into his head that there is a way out, he will. And then they hear a crash. And it's Kevin Owens, who has been taken out by Solo, who somehow managed to throw a giant crate on his leg. I don't think Solo's that strong.
I died laughing with, what happened? What's going on? What's going on here? Oh, no. Solo was like, yeah, I did that. Nah. What did you do? That Olympian right there, Kane, is Gable Stevenson. Who I think is frustrated, or they're frustrated, or he had heart issues, or I don't know.
Isn't he still trying to go to the Olympics again?
Yeah, he might be trying to go to the Olympics. It's all bad. It doesn't sound like it's good news coming out of there. Tune in to his brother, guy, who is petty as fuck.
And really good.
Yeah.
He ain't used enough in NXT, if you ask me.
Yeah. I think I honestly think if you called him up and you aligned him with Gable right now, not Gable Stevenson. I mean Chad Gable. Sorry, let me clarify that.
Yeah.
I think it'll work. Maybe they get revenge on Otis and Maximum Male Models.
No, I think they'll call up the Creeds for that and leave Ivy behind.
And just be a part of Alpha Academy.
Yeah, because if he loses Otis to the Maximum Male Models, he'll need another guy. He'll need another two fresh pair of hands. I think those two are technically ready. They've had loads of matches on main event already.
Well, Julius is ready. Julius is great.
Brutus is a bit of a wild card.
Yeah, Brutus is terrible. He misses stupid stuff. He's not horrible, but he's definitely in the group. He's an early stage Dawkins.
He missed the Brutus ball at Stand and Deliver. I was like, how did you miss that?
Yeah, how did that look on TV? He looked like he missed, right? Because when
He missed
everybody
it.
in the arena went, "That's no good." We were in our room talking about just left, talking about like it was a field goal. That's how much he missed that. And they were like, and we were like, and we all looked at each other. I hope they shot that better than what we saw, but we never went back to look at it.
Nah.
It looked terrible.
So like they gave you the angle like that, but then you still seen him like this, like no, like not even hitting.
How do I do that with my own body and miss that much? I'm no athlete, but I feel like I'd not miss that much.
I mean, it needed a referee to go, no.
No good. No good. You just... good morning, good evening. Hulk Hogan gets stuck in the hole and randomly stink-faced by Rikishi. I would like to say on repeat, too. Like,
so
every time he gets stink-faced, someone helps him out, he just ends up in another hole and he gets stink-faced again.
So I had to remind J.K. Smush that there was an actual off-season of the Hulk Hogan hate. So the on-season is Eric's birthday to your birthday, and then the off-season is that time between your birthday and Eric's birthday.
Oh my. I remember we said some parameter around that, but fuck it. It's year round.
But then J.K. Smush has taken it upon himself to continue hating. The match was actually really good.
Yeah.
Solo assisted with a win. And then Solo looked like he was fully going to take out Sami, but Jay stops him again, stalling him. It looked like Jay was starting to have feelings again, but no, Jay takes him out himself. But then Riddle makes a save to come for Solo, who took him out prior to them writing him off for rehab.
Yeah, so Solo has a oppressor now, or enemy opposer, is Matt Riddle. So Riddle with the Solo, Kevin and Sami with the Usos, and then Roman, I guess, is dealt with by Cody. So
yeah,
but then you also have the Jay dynamic where Jay can also join the other side. It seems like we're setting up for War Games, but that's, we all know, months away. Months away.
I think they're just gonna keep the bloodline occupied until Roman comes back, which I'm guessing is SummerSlam. I don't think he's going to the Saudi show. I don't think he's going to Puerto Rico. And he's definitely not going to London. I'm pretty sure.
He may go to London, but do nothing.
Maybe.
Like I can see them having a match for him in London. Because
possibly,
but that could also be a time for the Intercontinental title to shine. And
to be honest, though, the bigger show is the Puerto Rico show. I don't think the Money in the Bank show at London is that as big. I think the bigger show is the Puerto Rico show, and then it's the King of the Ring. I don't necessarily care too much about it because I want the King of the Ring to be the real King of the Ring, where it's you fight 3 times in one night.
Yeah, Triple H, the last rumor for this, they said Triple H is going to do the one-night tournament for the Saudi show.
But it's both, right? The women's and men's.
Yeah, one night for men and women, yeah. That should fill 3 hours. You can do that.
Yeah.
Who should win the women's Queen of the Ring?
Well, they didn't do anything with Zelina when she won it last year, so it doesn't necessarily. It feels like it doesn't necessarily matter who wins it. Maybe Piper Niven. Give her something to do.
Yeah. I would go Bayley. She has nothing going for her.
I don't think there's certain people that just generally don't need it.
Imagine Bayley talking about the Queen. She needs something new to talk about anyway.
Well, apparently her being with Damage Control is over. I think people think. People seem to think the group is done.
Yeah, they also said she's quitting. Vince broke them up last week, and then we'll see how this Monday turns out. As Vince may or may not be in the office, we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, SmackDown felt like a better show. SmackDown felt like it didn't feel like a SmackDown after Mania. It felt like the actual Damage Control. Like we fucked up on Friday, we fucked up on Monday. let's see what we can do to like kind of make you not think about Monday.
Yeah. And the only thing they want you to think about on Monday is Cody was attacked and how's he going to bounce back from Brock Lesnar, which seems like they're going to have a match in Puerto Rico. Like,
yeah, and apparently that was decided weeks ago. That was the decision post WrestleMania. It was Brock was going to work with Omos and then work with Cody, and then Cody was going to lose. It had nothing to do with the merger or anything.
Yeah, shout out to Cody for honestly convincing everybody he's going to win, even though he knew for weeks he was losing. He didn't have like a boo-boo face. His promos sounded like he was going to win and everything. He turned everybody into a believer.
Marcus, he had us believing in February when things got personal and he just wanted to win a fucking wrestling championship, Marcus. And at this moment in time, that Cody's run in WWE, emotional Cody works. Getting really emotional about things works because it's still fresh. 6 months down the line, I think I'm going to turn on Cody. And I have a feeling I'm going to bookmark this day of the 8th of April. And I'm staying here 6 months of Cody doing this emotional promo. I'm going to get tired of it and turn on it.
You know what Cody needs? There's only one way to bounce. I need AEW to let Dustin come to WWE so he can have his brother and bounce him back. Give him inspiration. Have Cody down on his dumps. And going like, oh man, I can't do it. I failed to do it. And I need Dustin to slap the shit out of him and say, listen to me, damn it. And full Goldust makeup. Yeah. Listen to me. This could be you. Like, you're the one.
I have a feeling some of his nightmare kids that come from his wrestling school are going to end up appearing on the show. Or being in NXT and stuff like that.
I feel like Wardlow's on his way to WWE. Apparently Triple H is interested in Brian Cage, but I was like, nah, fuck that. I think Wardlow's going to end up in WWE. I think that might be the next AEW jump. Just the way I feel like Wardlow, he could be like...
Yeah, Wardlow is everything they wanted the Ryback to be.
Yeah.
And he doesn't seem like he's got a bad attitude or anything. He seems like a legit stand-up guy from the way they painted him. He's doing it for access.
He's doing it for all access. Hey, I have a question about access.
Well, what's that?
He smashed Baker, right?
He had to. He had to. The way they were talking about it.
Yeah.
The way they were talking about it, he had to.
He hit that shit. I don't care what they're saying. Because they brought it up, it was like... he's in the background playing video games. Brett, what are you doing? Nothing. What, Lord? Walking around doing a symphony and just naked, making eggs.
But if I was WWE, I'd be looking at Hobbs as well.
Yeah, these are their type. That's their type.
Yeah.
Like Brian Cage, I would not bring in. I don't see anything in that. I think there's too much damage to him from every promotion that I'm like, whatever. But Wardlow, Hobbs should be good pickups if they steal him. And then Ricky Starks might be the next pickup too. But I don't know. He's not gonna. Yeah, he's a Cody guy.
Yeah,
like him and MJF are kind of Cody guys.
Well, see, this next few months is going to be really interesting. First of all, the merger has to fully go through. And I think I heard somewhere that if WWE pull out, it's going to cost them about $210 million. And then it's slightly less because of the 51% share that Endeavor have. But they have to fully go through the merger. So it's going to be interesting that period, that transition period anyway. And then you've also got contracts, the existing contract coming up in WWE, and then obviously the bidding war of 2024. Because a lot of people's contracts are coming up in AEW in 2024.
Well, Kenny's contract is up in November. And I think the Bucks the same thing. And Kenny he has extra time. That's why his contract is up in November. It should be actually up. Because of his injuries.
I think Kenny's going to stay. I think it'd be wise to Kenny to stay. I
don't know what he would gain by going to WWE, and there's no guarantee how they would book Kenny. And then, but you got to think of it on Kenny's side. if he can get one of those part-time schedules where he doesn't have to have these death matches every single day, and I'm not talking about like, I'm just talking about the style. He can do what AJ's doing and wrestle safe essentially, and just coast and make he'll have good matches, but they're not the shit he's been doing over the time. Like it's not the wear and tear of his body.
I feel like if he went to WWE, he'd get an extra maybe 2 to 4 years on his actual on his career. Because the way he came out, do you know when he actually got suspended? No, not suspended. When he took time out to actually feel himself.
Yeah,
he was really banged up. Like that's him just going like best bout machine.
Yeah, 200% in every single match, whether it's with Bryan Danielson or he's fighting in Japan and all that. Yeah, he reminds me of Wolverine. And then I know they're both Canadian, but just how beat up. When I look at him, I see this is a beat up man. like that's how I look at Kenny right now. Like I look at Adam Cole as in, oh please don't hurt him. Kenny looks like he's been through wars, and I don't know what it is. Just the way he walks, it just seems like fuck. Something's hurting.
When you look at Kenny Omega, like he went up against Joey Janela, he still put on a banger. Like you can take an off night against Joey Janela. Like I ain't gonna remember that match. I don't care about Joey Janela.
Man, I'm still upset Joey Janela pushed it to the limit. Yeah,
Joey Janela takes not Joey Janela. Kenny Omega takes no nights off, and I feel like because of the way he wrestles, he's taken years off his career, much like Bryan Danielson. Like he lost what 2 years of his career, or maybe it was longer, 2-3 years.
Something
for the way he goes and wrestles.
Yeah, about 4.
Some people just need to be. Some people just need to be smart.
Yeah, they need to be protected for themselves. Yeah, they need to figure out a way to protect themselves and not go all the way. Like they need someone going like, nah, don't do that. Like there's a restriction here. Like
you pull it back and save it for the big shows.
Yeah. Again, Kenny Omega's in my top 3 people in the Roman Reigns title reign. If the WWE has an opportunity to sign Kenny, and that could be in the thinking of Cody going like, if we have a chance to get Kenny Omega, I'll let Roman keep it all the way up until then, and then have Kenny be the one to beat Roman. Or
do you think,
or build that match? Even if he doesn't win, even if Kenny doesn't win, that's a big money match that people will pay to see just to think like, oh my God, I want to edge of my seat for this because he might be the guy.
So this is kind of a big devil's advocate because we don't actually know what was going on behind the scenes. But so it'd been reported that Jay White had signed for AEW before WrestleMania, and then WWE knew that they weren't going to get Jay White after WrestleMania. Do you think in that whole negotiation thing, they were looking at it like, I think we can get Kenny Omega. We don't need a Jay White. Do you think that was what it was?
I think it's a money thing. I think it's the way the Dodgers are currently doing theirs. When they were looking at the offseason this year, there was all these chances to sign all these free agents. There were some good players, really good players, like great players that you could sign. But Ohtani's contract is coming up next year. And I'm throwing him an entire boat of money. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, save our money for Ohtani. And I think that's what some of the thinking is like, let's use our money wisely. Like, if we're going to spend big on somebody, what are we going to do with that person? Like, if we brought Jay White in, what are we actually going to do? Do we need to give him big money? Because we can pay some of our guys already to be in that position. Like, we have, because, not saying any of these people are similar. We have Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre. We have stars. Seth Rollins and stuff. Brock Lesnar. Cody right now. We have these guys. Is Jay White worth that much money that we're going to look at him as those guys? And I'll be like, nah, I don't think so. It's nothing against Jay White. I like Jay White. I'm just saying I don't think of him as a top money guy in the business.
Yeah, I don't put him in the same categories as like the people that have already gone up against Roman. Yeah. Maybe with some maybe 2-3 years in WWE with polish, maybe he'd be that guy that they're hoping for. But like for me, I obviously haven't watched enough of his work, but like I can see why they probably were against signing him.
Yeah, and then again, I would pay MJF more money than I'll pay Jay White. Like these free agents that are coming up, they're more valuable than the free agents that are available now. Like when they FTR re-signed with AEW, I don't know what their asset price was, but if I'm trying to save money, I'd be like, that's fine. You can go somewhere else. I like FTR, but the Elite's contract are coming up. Like I'm just gonna see what can I do to entice them, and if I can get these other people down the line, like Jay White's still young.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he's gonna go anywhere. So I'll take my time.
There are gonna be casualties because of this merger. Like talent are gonna go, but like even the office people, they're gonna merge those people, and like there's gonna be people in similar roles, and they're gonna probably go, this guy's a better fit. You're going, and like all these departments within WWE, they're probably within the UFC as well, and they're probably just gonna merge those and just have one big conglomerate that deals with it all, like merchandising and all that stuff.
But I could also see it being separate, so it doesn't like overload people.
Maybe, but
and then I think the UFC business and WWE business are gonna be separate. It's like with the Khan family, they're not. I'm sure they're not mixing the Jaguar and Fulham people.
I think they are.
I would like to think that they're not. I would like to think that an organization would be like, oh, this is the Jaguar staff who handles all the, promotion, media, graphics, and all that, and then this is the Fulham staff. Like that's what I would like to think.
I took great joy in Fulham losing today as well. If I ever play them in FIFA in my season, I immediately change the difficulty to amateur. So I bang in like 30 goals in my season mode, so they get relegated. I hate runs deep.
But yeah, and then there will probably be some releases for wrestlers with this merger coming in, and they're gonna say budget cuts.
It makes sense to release some of them anyway, because like some talent aren't working, and I think when you look at the business, you have to, as a wrestler, you have to accept sometimes it just doesn't work out, and now is not the time for you to do it.
Now is not the time. This is not the company, man. I could probably, and everybody would be happier if we were somewhere else. Like, and then also I think with this merger, since there's more money going around. More money for the wrestlers. I think that's the good part of it. I think there would be more money for the wrestlers. Like, it's just not, it's gonna, like, you're not gonna hear about some people being like, damn, that's all they're getting. Some people may be like, oh shit, they're getting this.
So, but the real interesting thing about the merger is the Vince McMahon status thing. I think that's what people are keeping an eye on, and how much, how involved he's going to be. Because obviously they gave him a new position, didn't they? And that was for 2 years. It was like executive something.
Some shit.
So he's in that position for 2 years, and like you want to know how involved he's going to be in the running of the company and stuff like that. Because like also there should be more money anyway, because they're renegotiating the TV deals next year. Yeah. And then obviously I think the Peacock one runs out in 5 years. I think.
Yeah, they're going to ESPN. Once the Endeavor got involved, they're gonna be like, can we get what the UFC got? And that's pretty much it. And then, like, if they get shorted on whatever TV deal they got, they're going to charge hard for those pay-per-views.
Which I think is wrong. I think that international business is actually quite strong. I think the international business from this is quite strong.
Yeah.
But who knows?
But even if it is strong, Manny, it's strong. But why not stronger? Why make money if you can't make more money? Why never settle?
Yeah, so it's a lot of speculation now, because it's just like we don't know what's going to happen. But you can see, like, the Kenny thing was the one that I was like, yeah, I think they're trying to get Kenny, but whether he comes or not. You're looking at what happened Raw after Mania, and like, that's a bit off-putting, though.
Yeah. That guy with the mustache is still there. What's he up to?
Gomez Adams is running WWE at the moment.
Yeah, if there were free agents, if I was WWE, I'm looking at obviously considering Andrade on the comeback. I would consider it just because it's Charlotte. It'll make Charlotte happy, and it'll keep her there, because it seems like she doesn't want to work as long as he's not around. Huh? Hangman.
Apparently they're looking at Hangman. I'm not bringing Hangman.
Yeah, I'm okay. The way Hangman's booked, it kind of turns me off. The whole thing about the CM Punk thing and the way he's booked, I see no value in that. I'm not paying you top dollar.
You know, because we currently watch...
No pun intended.
Currently, because we watch Raw in '99. He reminds me so much of Test.
Ooh.
Where Test looks like the guy, but he ain't the guy. And that's what I look at when I see Hangman Adam Page. He looks like someone that could be the guy, but he isn't the guy.
Yeah. Like, there are people who I would look out and be like, these are the people I'm saving money for. And, you know, whether it's Wardlow, Omega, the Bucks, Andrade's, or Jade Cargill. I don't know what her deal is, but...
See, if I'm Neil,
I would get her, but I'm trading her up. Yeah. We got to train you up. We got to start.
I'm not spending big on Andrade. I'm only bringing him back in to make Charlotte happy.
That's a Charlotte deal. Yeah, that's a Charlotte deal. That's what you just like. I'm adding this person to make Charlotte. I like Andrade again. He's a great wrestler, but he ain't drawing nobody. I'm just saying, nothing personal.
Kane said so. Hangman is in the same category as Karrion Kross. Yeah, 100%.
No, he's better. I would not. He's much better than Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is worthless, and I've come around to it. I can't do anything with this. He's just so not interesting in the ring, and he's an entrance and a character, and the character doesn't even shine like it did now that he has hair.
And then. It's just, for me, I try and bring back Miro, but like,
I want the Redeemer, and they don't own the rights to that. I want the Redeemer.
Call him the Proclaimer.
Unless he goes back to his Russian roots, I don't know if there's anything I can do with Miro at this current stage. He's older now. AEW has completely wiped him from existence, so. I mean, people would get a kick out of chanting Rusev Day and stuff. And more recent money, I'm giving a little money to Carlito right now. He out there in the streets for the Puerto Rico show. Not like long term. Mostly for this Puerto Rico show. Just to make an appearance. Make an appearance. Spit in the face of people who are cool. Spit in Austin Theory's face. If him versus Austin Theory for the U.S. title in Puerto Rico would be fun.
If I see Epico's smug face also on that show.
I didn't say all of them. Because we all know, Manny. You all know. I don't like those people.
Yeah. Yes, I would bring back Billy Kay. But that's more personal.
I'll bring back both Iconics. Although I just want Billy Kay, but the tag division needs help. And it can really use some jobbers to help them up. And they would be great comedy jobbers, damn it. Fuck Shotzi and Natty, that could be the Iconics. Fuck Raquel and Liv, that could be the Iconics. Fuck Rhonda and Shayna, that could be the Iconics. Fuck Emma and Madcap, that could be the Iconics.
Emma and Madcap need to go. Emma and Madcap need to go. You know, actually, when I saw the two main events for the two AEW shows, I was like, that's that time Madcap main evented SmackDown one time, and I was like, the fuck is this?
The time Madcap won, did he win Andre the Giant Battle Royal or something?
No, he won a match to become the number one contender to be destroyed by Gunther the next week.
Something like that. And I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, so that is today's show.
Yeah, good show. Good show. You know what? We didn't shoot our whole wad. We had some in the reserves. Second win.
I mean, it's always weird when we have the Untitled Manny and Marcus extra show.
Yeah, when we just ramble. When we decided to just ramble free agents and spending other people's money to not knowing the character and content. And I also want to say, shout out to the Dallas Mavericks GM. Can we please fire whoever that is?
Why?
Didn't make the playoffs. brought over Kyrie Irving. He's probably going to leave in the offseason. Him and Luka did not work. He lost Jalen Brunson to the Knicks. They didn't re-sign him due to poor negotiations. Now they're blaming Jalen Brunson's father, even though they never started negotiations with him. There's just so much. The organization should not be eliminated from the playoffs. Luka Doncic was projected to be the MVP of the league, and now he didn't even make the playoffs. Someone needs to pay. Someone needs to be fired for all of those bad moves. And if they fall out of if they get a top 10 pick, that pick goes to the Knicks. That's a lot of bad deals. I'm just saying, I'll fire somebody over this. How could this happen?
I don't like that the Knicks have become slightly credible recently.
Yeah, they got street cred. They got street
cred. I know, and I see. You need to get invested. I'm not getting invested. If I get invested, I'll start losing again.
Oh yeah, free agents like Nick Aldis is available as well.
Yeah. No one's even come to get him. How long has he been a free agent?
Manny, I swear to you, I know he's going to be at Wembley. He's going to be at that AEW show.
Yeah, but he'll be on one of those contracts like Sky Blue, who's been fucking on AEW. Sky Blue has been with AEW for like what felt like a year and a half, and so they only announced that she's All Elite now.
You know what? If I'm Sky Blue and you show me that contract right now, you kiss my fat ass. And then they probably wouldn't. But you kiss my ass, you're gonna offer me this contract right now. I've been All Elite. How many jobs have I done?
She jobbed to everyone. She was jobbing to She's been gone for so long I've forgotten her name. She was Serenity. Serena Deeb? Serena Deeb's been gone for so long, but she jobbed to her during her evil run against Shida.
90,000 crickets are gonna be scamming for Nick Aldis. That's okay.
I'm gonna turn around. When he comes out, I'm going to turn around and make sure. Hopefully, I'm on TV side and I'll be facing the other way when he comes out.
Man, he does full protest of Nick Aldis. Who were we talking about before Serena Deeb or Sky Blue?
Sky Blue.
I was like, who are they going to announce next as All Elite? Shorty Lee Johnson?
Hasn't he been announced that he's All Elite already?
I think so. That Black History Month moment, I think. Let me see. Serpentico is All Elite.
Layla Gray is All Elite. People that's been there for ages.
Like, don't I work? I thought I worked here. Nah, not officially. What the fuck have we been doing? God, that company sometimes. Where I go like, what are we doing? I appreciate they announce who becomes All Elite. I do like that aspect, but like Sky Blue's been there for 1,000 years. She's been there as long as the sky has been blue, Betty. That's how long she's been there.
Yeah, the one that's fallen off the map completely is that Kylie Ray.
I think she showed up at some show recently.
She was on Main Event.
Oh, that was WWE. That was WWE.
Yeah, she was on Main Event that one time, and then she's just fallen off the map again.
Yeah, it's her mental health. That's what it is with her. I can't wait for them to announce that. Oh, fuck! I'm trying to think of an older. When Mae Young is All Elite because she, but she died 8 years ago.
She was dead, but she was All Elite.
She was All Elite. Just to let y'all know. And I didn't realize Negative One was getting flack for showing up at WrestleMania. Fuck those people.
Oh yeah, the person calling him a traitor. I was like, what the hell, man?
What the fuck is this? Get out of here.
His mom was there too.
Yeah, his mom was there. His mom's there too. There shouldn't be any loyalties like this anyway, where it's like, I'm only gonna watch AEW. His dad worked in WWE too. Big E is one of his dad's closest friends.
It's ridiculous.
Get out of here. Cody is one of his family friends. Get out of here. Get out of here. As much as I didn't want to see that kid on TV anymore, he wasn't on WWE TV at all. But as much as I was like, Fucking traitor? You gonna attack a person for just showing up at
No,
WrestleMania?
it's just not the traitor thing. You could get away with. Oh, it's funny. Just be like, oh, traitor.
Yeah. Haha.
Fucking long paragraph that went along with it. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, it ain't worth my time and Dave to be that angry about him turning up at that show. Like, his dad died, and people like Cody, Biggie, and so surrounded
Cody,
him
Natty,
with love to help him get through it.
Conti. Yeah, there's a bunch of people who
that
really
kid would love to get through that.
The wrestling community or the employees, whatever they are, the wrestlers inside that community in his life really helped him get through all of the very difficult time, and they should all be committed. And it's including Tony Khan as well, and whoever else helped. That I mentioned it, but yeah, it's fine. I don't care. Fuck you. Like,
yeah, fuck that guy.
When I talk ill to that kid, I would go like, I don't think I need to see this on TV every week. One, because it reminds me, damn, his dad died. It sucked.
Yeah, that's the only criticism I would have is that they kept the Dark Order and kept him around as -1, and then all you think about is Brody Lee, and I feel bad for the kid that he's honoring his dad, but it's like you're kind of beating a dead horse here now.
Yeah, and then it felt exploitative and stuff to me, just a little bit, but
no, well, they exploited Eddie in WWE.
No, they exploited the shit out of Eddie.
They're still making money out of Eddie.
Yeah, they still exploit Eddie. Shit. Somehow Eddie died a martyr. Like, what the fuck? How much more? They're squeezing that shit hard.
I don't think we're seeing Vicky Guerrero come back anytime soon.
Oh, no. She's on that island of irrelevancy with Rick Snyder. Like, you can stay over here for right now. Whatever that situation's going on. And I'm not, again, like I said on ET, no. I refuse to get involved in this.
You know the Rick Steiner thing? I thought it'd be Scott.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be Scott, but I realized Scott's kind of a freak.
Is that why he didn't chime in? See, what now? Let me go talk to her. Let me see.
To be honest, though,
she need to talk to the big bad booty daddy.
To be honest, though, her transition, you wouldn't even know.
No, I didn't know. I will just say I didn't know until I forgot when.
Till she came out. I was like, I had no fucking idea.
It was some time ago, but I didn't know. And then I was like, oh, for real? Like, whatever. Don't care. When people do with their genitalia, I don't care.
What they do with it and what they
if it
want
makes
to be
them
assigned
happy,
by, do what you gotta do.
If it makes you happy, go ahead. I don't care. That's my whole theory. And the people who it bugs and it's like, oh, this makes me so mad, suck a dick. like legit. Suck a dick. Who cares? Like, do I ask Rick Steiner what he does with his genitalia? No. Or how he lives his life? I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you live like a dog. Staying in a back house peeing on things. I don't care. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, do whatever makes you feel happy.
Yeah, as long as you don't hurt others.
How are you hurting others by your decisions?
No, but if it's like something crazy. Yeah.
Like, you don't want another Hitler.
Yeah. Do what you want. I want to kill the Jews. Oh, shit. No. I want to shoot the school. Nah.
You need to stop opening yourself up to sound bites.
Yeah.
Earlier, at some point last month, you said you were racist in parody, but soundbite.
Yeah.
It's a whole clip I can't use for the best of because I'm not getting Marcus cancelled.
Use it. No one watches us to get us canceled. They may in the future. Right now. At
the rate we're going, they may do.
Yeah. I wouldn't buy. Again, as I've already prepared my apology letters for whatever I said or whatever, but just know whatever happens to me after I get canceled for some shit I said or that we said on this show that anyone says, just know, I accept that punishment. I was being an ass. I was probably being an ass. Simple as that. And more people would go out there and say, I was an ass. instead of going with some phony apology or something. It was a different time. Oh, I mean, you know, I had to get education and all that. No, I was a dick, and I knew I was probably being a dick. And I was just...
Because you know, I really can't wait.
I like to think that I grew. I think I grew from what I was talking about, whatever.
I really can't wait to be like 60 years old. Do you know when you see those old people and then they say some like weird ass racist shit?
Yes.
The stuff that's not appropriate for that day, and then people come to their defense like, oh, they're from a different time period. I want to know what I would say that would be offensive in 30 years. What changes in society are we going to have that I no longer cannot say it because I have to be woke?
Yeah, I definitely know. I'm going, in 30 years from now, hopefully I'm still alive or whatever, I go, that nigga crazy. Hey, what the fuck, Marcus? You can't, one, call somebody crazy, and two, call somebody a nigga. I don't care what race they are. And I'm pretty sure that's what's going to get me.
No, I think what's going to get me is like, oh, fuck the lizard people. Man, you cannot talk about the lizard people. They are they are a specialized people.
They do not like to be called lizards. They like to be called the reptilian community.
That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna have lizard people uprising.
Fucking aliens. I'm call aliens. Cause you know, we got all these UFO aliens. They're gonna be like, no, we like to be called Nemo-mats. Nemo-mats? That's such a stupid name. You're a fucking alien. When they start being on, yeah. You otherworldly. They like to be called otherworldlings and not aliens. We're not from Mexico. That would be the aliens' response. What the fuck?
I want to know what I'll be cancelled for in 30 years.
Yeah.
And then my grandkids goes, oh, he's from a different time period where they could say things.
Yeah. So like, So someone used something recently that I didn't even know was offensive. There's one spirit animal apparently is offensive. I didn't know that was offensive.
What, having a spirit animal?
Yeah, apparently that's offensive.
Why is that offensive?
I don't know. I'm not going to get into it, Manny. But I'm saying to indigenous people, apparently that's offensive.
Oh, indigenous people, okay.
Yeah. And then,
well, I have a Patronus too, though. You can't take that away from me.
Don't take Patronus away from me. Oh, no, J.K. Rowling is transphobic, so you don't know. You really can't say Patronus.
You know, you can't. But the Harry Potter world is not safe.
Harry Potter's innocent, damn it! Don't take this away. Don't take it. Smackdown Patronus. Smackdown Patronus. Don't take that away from me. Fuck! There was a word someone used, and then it was something that I didn't even think was offensive, but apparently it was offensive. I can't think of the word right now, but it was something simple that it was just like, it's something like a 3-letter word or something. I forgot what it was. I wish I could remember. Someone said it, and I can't remember what it is.
So there was a comedian. I think I sent you this clip of this comedian saying he's woke, not because he wants to be, but because he has to be. But otherwise he gets in trouble. And then he brought up like, I don't really care about Ukraine. Like right now, everyone's like, oh, Ukraine, no. But I remember I went to Ukraine. They were hella racist there. So in one way, I'm like, yeah, Ukraine, justice for Ukraine. But when I saw that football stadium get bombed, I was like, yes!
Racist bastards. God, I can't think of the word.
It's probably best that we don't bring it up.
No. I want to know so I don't ever say it again. That's the problem. I can't remember the celebrity that said it, and I can't remember the word. I wish someone knew out there. It was something that was stupid. That I was like, what? You can't say that? It's something old too. Like, it's old that I have not used it forever, but didn't know I took it out my vocabulary. Fuck it. It's over. I don't care. Fuck it.
Education with Marcus and Manny.
Yeah. I'm sure in 30 years you're not going to be allowed to say the name Vince McMahon either.
He's not Voldemort.
Oh, that wrestling promoter.
The one that tried to change his appearance by coming back with a mustache. You think we forget about you? You think we forget about you, Vince? Vince, I remember this because of you. I remember this because of you.
You made me watch a man die, Vince. My first experience with death is watching 30 men jump the Undertaker and kill him.
And then you resurrect him around to make him fight himself.
Yeah. Again, I was a child, Vince. I was a child.
You got me thinking Leslie Nielsen was the greatest detective alive.
I love those Naked Gun movies. I love them. The movie Airplane can never be shown again because it's so fucking out of this world. There's men hitting women. There's a whole pedophile joke arc. Like, it's so terrible. Airplane is one of the funniest movies ever, but it's so it's just everything about it is wrong.
I'm doing a community rewatch.
Uh-huh.
There's so many gay jokes and like off the cuff black jokes told by the white guys in that show that it's like, oh.
But I watched Community. I say about I guess it's 2020. That was the first time I watched it. I still laughed. I didn't think any of the jokes. I thought it was on taste. I thought it was taste in their whatever jokes they were saying. It's just like even when Donald Glover and Joe McHale, I think they're talking and he's like, that's racist, and he's like, that's gay. He's like, you can't say that. That's black. He say, no, that's racist. Something like that, and that kills me. And I'm going like, that's funny because that's on point. It was 100% accurate.
And I think there's bits in Scrubs you can't watch anymore, which is one of my favorite shows.
It's just like, it's mad. I'll tell you the most I've seen of Scrubs, Manny, it's these T-Mobile commercials that they currently have. That's John Travolta and shit. Like, I've never seen it. You know what's killing me? I'm still thinking of that word. I hope you're like, wow. Whatever. We should end this show.
Yeah, you're getting an extra episode tomorrow as well. So, let's end it here. I've been Lord Benny Hayes.
The show without Eric on the weekend goes an hour and 42 minutes. Thank you for everybody that stayed to watch. All like 4 or 5 people here. Sorry for the rambling and the nonsense. And, play this clip to your friends 30 years from now and be like, these fools.
Do you know what? I want to think of a time capsule. This would be the episode of a time capsule episode. Just send it to me. Send it to me in 30 years, and then I'm just like, what the fuck was I talking about? Who let me do this?
Talk about I knew it. Look at me. Look at I know what I'm talking about. Saving their money for Kenny Omega? Stupid.
Little did we know, the New Japan takes over the world finally with women on their roster.
Mercedes
KK, thanks for hanging out. We don't normally see you on a Saturday. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm Marcus the Grand Finale, and that's Lord Manny Hayes. And tune in tomorrow for the random discussion we had in our watch along. And, that carried on to this episode and 43 minutes ago where we had another random discussion about where we're spending money.
We've done like 5 hours of shows in this time.
I've done more shows than I've done sleep, Betty. Let's just say it that way.
Jesus. Are you working today?
No.
Oh, you're lucky then.
I'm going to sleep.
Completely fucked.
I'm going to sleep about 2 or 3 hours and then I'm going to start watching UFC.
I'm not watching UFC. I'm trying to recapture sleep.
Hey.
I'm going back to work on Tuesday and I'm going to be fucked because I am sleeping at all the wrong times.
Yeah. Can we, I think if we do title the show one day instead of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show, we can eventually title the show Marcus and Manny, The Quest for Sleep.
The Insomniacs podcast.
Yeah, Insomniacs with Manny and Marcus.
If anything, we should change the logo and keep it the Untitled and change those white dots to Zs. So
I'm an intro, just trying to catch get our memes.
I intro should be us trying to sleep and just being wide awake.
Yeah. Again, I have not slept. Think about it this way, people. We did a watch along 3 hours yesterday. I kind of woke up early that day to do laundry at 6 a.m. Slept for about maybe an hour in between right before we did the show. Been up ever since. All
yeah,
I've eaten since then.
12 hours worth of work as well. Then played basketball. Yeah. This man claims I work in a hyperbolic time chamber. This man is living a hyperbolic time chamber.
This man is suicidal. Suicidal. His heart wants him to stop.
If you're still here, can you go check out the shorts we put out? And send them to your friends if you can, please. Especially the ones that are below 100 views.
Yeah, Manny, 30 years from now, we're going to look at this and I'm going to be like, was I on crack? What the fuck was I doing all this time? Who stays up like this?
Oh, I've also I've watched half an hour of Cocaine Bear yesterday before we were going to do the watch along. I'm at the part where the kids try the cocaine.
What? I haven't seen the movie, Manny.
You haven't seen the movie?
I haven't seen Cocaine Bear yet. I was waiting for it to show up free on Peacock. Don't judge me.
But if I find you the obtain thing, you need to get it, and then we'll watch it for 700.
Have you watched Mario Brothers?
No, I think I'm gonna go tomorrow.
Oh, check it out. It's entertaining. Jack Black is the MVP of that movie, similar to Jim Carrey as Sonic. As in, he's just hilarious as Bowser. to me, it cracked me up every time he was on screen. It's a nostalgia. It's a nostalgia. It's just, it hits you right there, man. Right in the nostalgia. You feel like a child going there again. And the funniest part, so me and Eric goes to this dinner, and there was this guy who was they weren't able to sit together. So I was a nice guy. I said, "Hey, you can swap seats with us." And we go. Eric said, "Nah, I'll swap seats with him," and I go to the left side. Eric ends up to these ratty kids who are fighting each other, and then after the movie, you know, we get up and leave. And I look at Eric, and he's just covered in popcorn and shit from his kid. Yeah, it was a complete fucking disaster. And Eric was like, yeah, Eric was like, you have no idea what it was like sitting over here. It was fucking wild.
So you didn't actually sit with Eric? I
sat next to Eric, but it's, you know, it's dark. And, you know, we're kind of quiet, but we talk in the middle of things. We're laughing. But I didn't know what was going on, but he hinted at it. He was like, shit. Like, wow. Like, it was so much shit going on next to him. Like, me and Ryan went to go see John Wick, and there were these 3 black guys who left their drugs, food, right before the movie started. Yeah, and so they left everything, but I would say they left a better mess, high on drugs and nachos and everything everywhere, than these fucking kids that just destroyed everything.
I mean,
yeah, you're right, Final Boss. That's why you're the Final Boss. Manny, blow us up. We're not going to talk about cocaine kids and big kids.
I want to finish that movie. I'm getting into it. Actually, it opens with, I think, Jane. And I was like, why? I can't watch this movie anymore. I'm thinking of Orange Cassidy.
Tune into Wednesday's show where you find out Orange Cassidy and Buddy Murphy are starting the show, where I will have a psychotic episode of Orange Cassidy starts another show. Your ratings are going worse and worse. Stop doing that. Change something up.
So I need to go eat. I've been Manny Hayes. He's been Marcus the Grand Finale. We'll be back next Tuesday. Peace.